Hey, how you guys doing? XYZ here. So, a bad lead, is it an automatic loss? Of course not. But I mean, it is going to be an uphill battle if you start off with a bad lead. But if you're smart about your shielding, your switching, your energy usage, then you can definitely come back from a bad lead matchup. We're going to take a look at a few of those matches. Now, Venomoth is going to deal a lot of damage to Venusaur with Confusion, so I got to get out of there quickly. Switch to Azumarill, and because Confusion is such a clunky move, it has a long animation, he takes a while to get out of there. And that gives my Azu an advantage. I'm able to get Ice Beam off as soon as the Venusaur comes in, which draws a shield, and a second Ice Beam, which is going to burn his last shield early. So I'm going to bring in Fortress to wall Venusaur, and I know that's going to be a Frenzy Plant because Razor Leaf doesn't generate energy very fast, and I'm not going to shield anything in this matchup. Just going to hit him with Bug Bites and take those Frenzy Plants. Now his switch timer does reset here, and he's able to get his Venusaur out of there, but that's okay because it was pretty much dead. He brings in Venomoth, which nearly KOs Fortress, and I kind of panic, so I hit Heavy Slam instead of Rock Tomb, and Fortress goes down. But Venusaur comes in, cleans up on his Venomoth, and that already dead Venusaur. Now, if he had Charizard in the back, I would have needed to hit it with 2 Sludge Bombs to beat it, and that's why I saved 2 shields here. But it turns out he had Blastoise in the back, and I'm able to one-shot with Frenzy Plant. Now, this matchup is not as bad as Venusaur against Venomoth, but Mantine does resist Bug Bite, and can deal pretty good stab neutral damage with Aerial Ace. It's gonna take me a while to get to that Rock Tomb. It's 60 energy, so that's 18 turns, 9 seconds to get to it, and he's gonna block. He's gonna hit me with another Aerial Ace right here, and then he switches out to Thundershock Raichu to clean up on my Fortress. Now he's got a little bit of energy stored, but I do have the switch advantage. So I bring Venusaur in and start to build up a lot of energy. Just gonna block that Wild Charge to keep my Venusaur healthy. And then I'm gonna switch out to Quagsire to try and KO his Raichu with this Mud Shot, while also farming some energy in the process. I was preparing for a Venusaur to come in, so I was going to bait the shield with Stone Edge and then try to get to Earthquake, but it turns out he didn't bring a grass type to this match, and I get the Quagsire Mirror match. Get Earthquake to land, and that's going to put him within KO range of Stone Edge. So an Earthquake can KO my Quagsire here, so I have to shield. Turns out to be a Stone Edge, so he got me there. I try to finish him off with Stone Edge, but he's going to shield. I see my switch timer reset here, so I bring Venusaur back in, and he's got 2 Frenzy Plants in the bank. So I'm able to take care of both Quagsire and Mantine pretty quickly. So that's one important thing to keep in mind if you do find yourself in these kinds of matchups. You got to pay attention to your switch timer, and you got to be aware of your opponent's switch timer as well. Charizard against Thundershock Raichu, that is not a good matchup at all. I got to switch out to Venusaur. Okay, so I don't know if he was trying to bait the shield here, but I definitely think that launching that Wild Charge was a mistake on his part, because he could have saved that energy. Sludge Bomb here is going to force a shield, and that's going to give me shield advantage. So I'm going to bring Azumarill in to wall Charizard. He knows I'm not going to shield in this matchup, so he's not going to waste any energy on Dragon Claw. He's going to go straight for those Blast Burns, which do a lot of damage to Azumarill despite being resisted. That's just how good a move Blast Burn is on Charizard. You do need 3 Blast Burns to KO Azu, and Azu's going to wear Charizard down with Bubble before that can happen. I quickly tap on the Ice Beam because I was expecting a Grass type to come in, but get it to land on Quagsire, and it's not going to do a lot of damage. I go for the Play Rough this time, which deals decent damage. I switch right away to Charizard, tried to get that Dragon Claw off, but he's able to beat me to Stone Edge, which I have to shield. But this Dragon Claw is going to KO, so he's forced to burn his last shield. And now I'm just going to hit him with Fire Spin. I'm waiting for that Stone Edge. I got a shield to burn, but I'm able to finish off Quagsire before he can get to it. And now I got a Blast Burn ready, which is going to KO Raichu and finish the match. Okay, now I'm on the wrong end of a Venusaur Fortress matchup. If I switch to Charizard now, I won't be able to trap his Fortress. He's just going to switch it out. So I switch out to Azumarill. He brings in Quag, so I'm going to go for the Play Rough, which takes about half his HP. Quag's going to go for the Earthquake here, which Azu is going to be able to tank quite comfortably. I'm able to get to Ice Beam, which he's going to block. I'm going to be able to get to my next Ice Beam, so I'm going to shield that Stone Edge. Going to finish off Quag with the Ice Beam. He's going to bring Fortress back in, and the good thing for me is he's going to use his energy on Rock Tomb to finish off my Azu. So now it's safe to bring my Charizard in, doesn't have to worry about that Rock Tomb, and this is going to force him to switch to his own Charizard. I do get the switch bug here, but that's okay. I got 1 shield to burn. I'm going to block that Blast Burn, then draw his last shield with Dragon Claw, and because I have a lot of energy stored, hit him with a Blast Burn to finish him off. His Fortress comes back in, no shields, and no chance of surviving those Fire Spins. Okay, so you know what I gotta do here. Gotta switch out. I'm gonna switch to Charizard here, which is gonna do some heavy damage to his Fortress before he can switch it out. He's gonna bring in Tentacruel, and I'm gonna go straight for that Blast Burn, which he's not going to shield, so that's gonna take more than half of Tentacruel's HP. Tentacruel is a little bit slow to his charge moves, so I'm able to cast a Dragon Claw here, which is gonna force a shield, and he's gonna hit me with Sludge Wave. But I'm just gonna let Charizard go so I can keep shield advantage. I'm gonna bring Venusaur back in, finish Tentacruel off with Vine Whip, store a lot of energy, and now I have shield advantage and energy advantage. Cargo is gonna come in, I'm gonna land a Frenzy Plant, and Mad Cargo being part Rock type, he's going to take neutral damage to Frenzy Plant. And being neutral to grass is being weak to grass in this meta. Second Frenzy Plant is going to burn his last shield that stone edge for good measure. So Fort's gonna come back in, get a rock tomb, which I'm just gonna let Azumarill absorb. Take that hit. Hit him with Bubble, save up some energy before I cast a Play Rough. I'm gonna block this rock tomb just to be sure, because the next Ice Beam's gonna end the match. Alright, that was it. Keep practicing. I'll see you guys in the next video.